Now, my lord, how do I distinguish 25.1 and 26? 25.1, my lord, is a wide, vast expanse of individual freedom. It's so wide, it's so vast, because, my lord, there are many stages of belief. There can be stages of disbelief. There can be stages of partial belief. There can be stages of withdrawal from belief. All these, my lord, are a part of the journey which you undertake under 25.1. Simultaneously, my lord, you could move from one teacher to another, to another, to another. It is not that, my lord, the universe of religion is exhausted by any one particular doctrine. You have any number of, shall we say, permutations and combinations on the religious tenets, and more importantly, on what could be the outcome in terms of interpersonal experiences. All this, my lord, is protected under 25.1. This entire width is protected under 25.1. And, my lord, there we have to treat conscience as somewhat independent even of religion. Because conscience, my lord, is a faculty of final, shall we say, discernment. But it need not necessarily be religious discernment. It can be moral discernment. Moral discernment would imply conscience. Religious discernment, my lord, is a slightly different subject. That is proper freedom of religion. And, my lord, here, that judgment, that is the judgment which my learned friend Indira Jaising referred to, the judgment in the 80s of whether a person who was a Shudra could become a sannyasi. That judgment, my lord, is a significant judgment because it tells you about the movements within Hindu society itself, why people took recourse to an ascetic way of life as a reaction to the practices in relation to exclusion on account of caste. And that, my lord, is a very significant judgment because there it said that a particular order, which strictly, my lord, did not belong to the Shankara, the Dashnami order, but still emulated some of the traits and aspects of that order, was entitled to follow the same principles of succession to Mahanship. So, my lord, the question is, you do what is called a Viraja Homa when you actually renounce the world. And they said that in that case it was done, and therefore, my lord, therefore he was entitled to succeed. But it is, my lord, a good historical account of how, my lord, movements happen within religion. My lord, in 25.1, why is it that the collective is not yet there? This is the question. Everybody said 25.1 is the repository of the individual, 25.1 is also a repository of the collective, and 26 is actually no more than an elongation of 25. And if 25 is subject to, well, other provisions of part 3, then why shouldn't 26 be subject to part 3? Well, that is the argument. Now, my lord, if 25.1, and my lord, it's very